Now we are going to start with the reproductive tract of man and woman. So when we talk about male reproductive tract, it consists of, you know that the male reproductive organ is testis. So there is a pair of testes present in a male. You know that when a child is developing in a mother's womb, so during 6th month of gestation period, the testes descend into a sac-like structure called as scrotum. So first of all, we'll start one by one. So first thing is that there are a pair of testes present in males. You know that the function of the testes is spermatogenesis. That means the formation of sperm. Which is facilitated by a male sex hormone. We already did in the endocrine glands, that is testosterone. So in testes the sperm formation take place. So now as I was telling you that when when suppose a baby is developing in a mother's womb and the baby is baby boy, so then at the 6th month of gestation period, testes descend into a sac-like structure, a pouch-like structure made up of skin, that is the scrotum. And you know that what is the function? So this is the skin layer which surrounds the testes, that is the scrotum. The function of the scrotum is to provide 2 to 3 degrees Celsius less temperature than body temperature, which is required for spermatogenesis. So scrotum provide 2 to 3 degrees Celsius less temperature than body temperature to the testes, which is required for spermatogenesis. So there is a very important function of that pouch, that is it is providing an appropriate temperature required for spermatogenesis. Then the one which is produced is stored in the organ which is present here. There is an organ present like this. This is epididymis. What does epididymis do? Epididymis help in storing sperms temporarily. It stores sperms temporarily. As testes are producing, they are storing sperms. The epididymis is storing sperms. Then there is a, you can say, a tubule which is carrying out the sperm, which is taking the sperms along, that is vas deferens. So vas deferens is the one, that is the sperm duct, and what does it do? It carry sperms. Now there are different glands present here. We have prostate gland, we have the seminal gland. So the one which is in your syllabus is a seminal gland. So there is a seminal gland present which produce seminal fluid. And you know that this fluid actually mixes with the sperm, and this fluid actually perform an important function. What does it do? This fluid provide nutrition to sperms, and moreover it provides the motility medium. That means it provides a medium so that the sperm can move actually. So seminal gland secretes seminal fluid which provides nutrition to the sperm and also provide the motility medium for the sperms. So now when the sperms, suppose these are the sperms, so when sperms get mixed with the fluid, that is the seminal fluid, and also the secretion of prostate gland and also the bulbourethral gland, so these thing is now called as semen. It is called as semen or semen, whatever you can call it as. So now this is the seminal fluid. So now here when it passes from the seminal gland, it you can say it pour its secretion. Now it becomes semen, and this is urethra. This is urinary bladder. And this opening is urethra. So it combines with the vas deferens in order to form a common duct, and in males the common duct is present, which is meant for the secretion of semen and also for the excretion, that is the micturition, that is the passing of urine. So this is what are the structures which are present in the male reproductive part. Again, we have the testes. The function is for spermatogenesis. They are located in a pouch, scrotum, which is providing 2 to 3 degrees Celsius less temperature than body temperature. And then we have epididymis, where sperms are stored, the duct which carries sperms, the glands are basically bulbourethral gland, there is prostate gland, and we also have a seminal gland. And I told you that this is in your syllabus, that is the seminal gland. So seminal gland, what does it do? It actually secretes seminal fluid, which is going to provide nutrition to the sperm and also the motility medium. And now when these secretions from the gland mixes with the sperm, it is now no longer called as sperm. This mixture is now called as semen. Now what happens, the vas deferens actually, like suppose we say that this is the vas deferens and here we have the urinary bladder, let's say this is urethra. So it combines with it to form a common duct, and this common duct is meant for the secretion of semen and excretion of urine. So this is what is a male reproductive tract. So this is what is happening here. And the sperm formation in males take place at puberty. And you know that what is puberty? Puberty is the stage when the organism becomes sexually mature. So puberty in males occur around 14 to 15 years of age. Again, it varies a lot. So this is what is a male reproductive tract. Now moving on to the female reproductive tract, what we have is, we have a pair of ovaries are there. A pair of ovaries are there. So I'll write the functions along. What does an ovary do? It do oogenesis. It carries out oogenesis, that is the formation of egg. Formation of egg. And it is facilitated by an hormone called as estrogen. Female sex hormone, that is estrogen. So it is producing egg, and egg formation start again in females at the age of puberty, which is around 11 to 13 years of age. It's when the female becomes sexually mature, or you can say it start producing eggs. So you know that the egg production starts from, like in this ovary also, in this ovary also, many eggs are developing, but only one egg mature, and the maturation of an egg occurs from an alternate ovary. That, like for example, in 1 month it is from, the egg gets matured here, and in the next month it will be from this ovary. So the alternate ovary function like this. So after this egg is formed, then what happened, we have this, you can say that we have a structure that is called as fimbriae. Fimbriae is a finger-like structures you can see, which are going to catch the egg, which receives the egg or which catch the egg. This is the tube, that is the fallopian tube, also called as oviduct, very important, as this is the region where fertilization take place, This sac-like structure is called as uterus. This where the baby develops, a sac, where you can say zygote transforms into a fetus, and this is the cervix, which is the cap of vagina, and vagina is the outer part which receives sperms. So this is what is there in the female reproductive part. At the age of 11 to 13, it attains the puberty, that it start producing egg. 2 ovaries are there. They carry out oogenesis, that is the formation of egg. Fimbriae is there to catch the egg. Fallopian tube, that is the oviduct where the fertilization is going to take place. There is a sac where baby develops, that is the uterus. This is the cervix, which is the cap of vagina, and vagina is the portion which actually receives the sperm. So this is what about the female reproductive tract. Now what we'll be doing is, we'll be just starting with the fertilization, that how the process of fertilization take place, or what is the fate of the ovum which get matured in alternate ovary. So this will be taking out. Now as for now, just go through these organs and their functions, the parts of the tract and with their functions, and try to draw these figures also. These are very important because you should know about these labelings, because we'll be using this in the whole physiology.